Hey, what's up? Today, we're going to be talking about Among Us VR, because IGN, a channel strictly focused on game reviews, clearly cannot do their job. Okay, seriously though, what is Among Us VR? Well, take Among Us and make it 3D, port it into VR, and boom. Oh yeah, and also an ungodly amount of screaming children, but we'll get into that later. Okay, so before I bash this game for being such a horrid piece of trash, let's shed some light on the positives, if you can even call them that. I actually really like the art style of this game. The nice cell shading definitely fits in the VR feel and the Among Us feel in general. Why do I like it so much? Well, it adds to the cartoony feel of Among Us, because I feel like if it was realistic, I would have been a bit more terrified of a pink giant blob chasing me, trying to murder me. I definitely have to give some props to the developers changing up some of the tasks, because I feel like they would have felt a bit more boring in VR, but instead, they actually took the time out of the day to make them feel better in VR. Another reason why the art style capitalizes on the cartoony feel is due to the change of the kill animations. This is actually one of my favorite features of the game. Changing it up just to make it feel a bit more cartoony definitely is a good thing. I definitely like the cartoony vibes, but this does bring us to our first negative. Among Us VR's cartoony feel reveals Innerslot's true intentions. Even though on the Meta Oculus Quest 2 box, it states that the device is only allowed to be used by people over the age of 13, we can definitely see that this game is supposed to be marketed towards children. You may be questioning, why is this bad? Well, people under the age of 13 using a VR headset can be seriously injured or permanently damaged of their eyesight. Shockingly, even due to this fact, there's still so many children roaming this game, it is actually insane. No, seriously though, when I was recording the footage of this game, I did not join a single match without finding a child.
Okay, chill.
This game is relatively cheap compared to some VR games, but this may be its downfall. Given that little Timmy can just wash the dishes and have enough money to buy this game is a bit of a bad thing. But also, if the game wasn't as accessible as it was, it wouldn't have a player base at all. Another negative for me is the lack of settings. In the base game of Among Us, you could change the settings of the lobby, and this would bring some variety to the games you play, and overall enhance the experience. I do still have some faith in the developers to add these later, as Among Us didn't have these features whenever it released in the first place. Let's get into my biggest gripe about this game. Among Us VR definitely feels like an unfinished game. This game shouldn't have released in the state that it's currently in. This is shown by the many features that the game is lacking, such as previously mentioned missing settings, only a single map, and a fourth of the hats that the original game released with. They attempt to cover this up though, with a $5 DLC that only gives you 5 hats. Yes, you heard me right. $5 for 5 hats. That's $1 per hat. And look, I'm no parent, but given that the children's parents already bought them a $400 headset and a $10 game, they are probably going to give in and give that child $5. Now see, what am I trying to say here? Well, I think that Among Us VR is a blatant cash grab. It is directed towards children to buy the game and just get the money and go. Never to get updates, never to do anything, not even trying to appeal to the audience, just trying to get their bag and leave. This is truly disappointing given that Innerslot was originally an indie game developer. Now they've been so corrupted by the money that they're willing to not even work on this game. Yes, there are many different studios working on this game because, well, game development is hard, but I think that they put no work and no effort into this game, just trying to do whatever they can do to get money. And I believe those are the true intentions of Among Us VR. So given that, I think I'm gonna have to give this game a 4.5 out of 10. Hey, but anyways, you made it to the end of the video, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.